Alright, starting off, we're going to look at the relationship. I don't think there's anything actually new other than Zachary really likes us. Next would be Marianne, Rebecca, and Ashton, I guess. Are at the about almost... I guess Rebecca likes us just a little bit more than Ashton, and Hannah and Luke, of course, in the same as they've always been. And now the journal. I guess... Okay. October 21st, Friday. Before going to the Ermengarde mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by St. Coretti High School to check on Rebecca Gales. The former reminded the latter to take her flu medicine before leaving. On the way to the mansion, Isabella received a phone call from Ashton Frey, reminding her of Zachary Steele's movie premiere that night. While looking for a missing co-agent, Isabella Santos found a mysterious letter in the Ermengarde mansion's attic. Driven to fear by what she read inside, thinking it's the place's curse at work, she hurried to leave the place only to meet... Rose Cooper, along with a woman who introduced herself as Marianne McCulloch. Found Isabella Santos lying unconscious in the mansion's foyer before the open houses start. Unable to recall what happened prior, Isabella insisted on working despite her co-agent's worries about her well-being. Today marked the open house of the infamous Ermengarde mansion, open to the public for the first time in years. Luxembourg's most esteemed and prominent personalities gathered to catch a glimpse of the 17th century property, including Luxembourg's most well-known couple, Luke and Hannah Wright. Alright, this appears to just be going over what has already happened. Okay, so here's the film. Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival celebrated its 9th year discovering new creative talents in the film industry. Included in the few showcased this year was Zachary Steele's Le Fonds, Dark Times of the Black British. No wonder people didn't like it. Isabella Santos, Ashton, and Rebecca were amongst the crowd for its premiere. Isabella received a phone call from her family. Nothing too different here, I don't think. No, it looks about the same. And I don't think there's any particularly new information here, but profiles. That's exciting. Let's see. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. Birth date, May 28th. She's a Gemini, and she is, what, 20 years old? Not very old at all. Quite young. Height, 5'2". Occupation, estate agent, of course. Nationality, Filipino. Religion, Roman Catholic. Education, fine arts, undergraduate. Likes cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police procedural dramas, and I do not know what that is. Teleseries? Is that what that? I have no idea. Comedies and karaoke. She is the third child among 7, daughter of a laundry woman and a jeepney driver, whatever a jeepney is. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took to art easily. Eventually, she pursued a degree in fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent at BRC. It's been 5 years since she's met her neighbor, Rebecca. Whoa, she came out here like when she was 15? My goodness, unless that's actually a 6 and not a 0, which makes a lot more sense. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court, and later Zachary through him. Nope. 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 No. No. And no. Okay, well, as more of those unlock, I will make sure to check them. Recognition comes as soon as my head snaps in the direction of the voice. Miss McCulloch. Miss McCulloch's hard to miss, what with her height.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you?
My goodness, I had that up loud.
Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Out in a park. How weird for you to be out in a park and not in a haunted mansion, right?
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCulloch.
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Bruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even run away from the veterinarian right now.
That is a person who knows their cat will mess people up. My eldest cat, I had to put a warning on her tag that she has a tendency to bite.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Bruthiel's a she.
Oh, yeah, because without looking at and checking out the cat's genitals, no one's gonna know. And how dare they, right? Not check out your cat's genitals. All this time, I thought the pause in conversation, if this can be called one, is uncomfortable. We're merely two people working different jobs for the same client. Frankly, meetings like this don't happen a lot, and if it does, a simple nodding of heads is enough. Still, trying to be friendly wouldn't hurt, right? Now, she's being an asshole about her cat. And she seems like a very professionally focused individual. Let's try talking about her job.
I'm just curious about your work.
Oh, well, she really likes to talk about her job.
What about it?
There's something guarded in her expression at mention of work, but I pushed through with my question.
I just want to know how it is to work on a house like the Ermengarde mansion. Is it hard?
I guess she wasn't expecting a question like that, if the way her eyebrows shot up tells me something.
Because of its age? I wouldn't say it is. It is a challenge, considering the factors me and my team have to sort out. But it's a good project. A breath of fresh air from what I usually work on. And I have a good team. Those original fittings, though. It might be old, but the architecture is magnificent. I'm sure you've seen the stained glass windows in the foyer. Oh, I can already think of so many things I could do with it. But of course, my team will have to double check for necessary repairs here and there. That's probably for the best. It's easy to break some key elements with a rush restoration job, and who knows what other hidden issues there might be underneath. People can be so careless.
Like dead bodies, probably a dungeon, and there's just that whole curse and apparition.
I'm sorry, I spoke too much.
No, it's okay. You seem to really love what you're doing.
It's not really like that. I'm just lucky to have found work in an interesting field. Anyway, Bruthiel's due for her visit to the vet. Nice talking to you, Miss Santos.
That vet must have had some bunch of doors open or a window open for that cat to run away.
I wish you luck with what you're planning to work on. It seems like a big project, too.
What is she working on? Life? Her life really is a big project. She gestures with her head towards the bags, the ones filled with stuff I've recently bought from the art store. Completely forgot about that.
It's a project for a friend, actually.
All the same. Good luck.
I watch her as she leaves, though she stops shortly before crossing the threshold, separating the park and the street. She faces me again, looking like there's something she has forgotten to say. See, this version of her is just very sad looking. It makes me want to comfort her. The other version, she looked pissed off.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion, with my clients, it's the rights. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion.
A letter. The same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Doesn't seem like it. Someone. I want to tell Miss McCulloch that the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They're real. She's not gonna believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I hasten to pick up all the bags I've left on the bench and run as far as my legs can take me. How odd that must look, you know, someone's like obviously awkward and wants to really ask something, and there's that whole weird thing that happened, and then they're like, oh no, I need to go, and then they just run. They run away from you. Yeah. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hands weighs far lighter than the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to go home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of the house. Of her. Of my own cowardice. Has this place actually got worse? Kinda looks like it. The food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think that someone who had been on a continuous binge of instant noodles would find a home-cooked meal enjoyable. Apparently the instant noodles over in in Japan apparently are amazing. Instant noodles here in the US are just crap. But it isn't. Hunger isn't what is gnawing at me tonight, neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly in the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. It's hard when the things you're trying to forget keep returning to the forefront of your mind. It distracts you. It eats at you. Devours you. I wish this would stop. I wish I wasn't the one who picked it up. I wish it was somebody else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home yesterday evening.
Jeez.
Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Huh?
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
Oh! Oh, is that... Oh my god. Murdered! She was murdered by the Wrights. It was a, threesome gone wrong. Rose?
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her two-bedroom flat with the words "Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
Jeez. Yep. They're trying to cover their tracks. Threesome gone wrong. No. No. This isn't what I want. This isn't supposed to happen. None of this is supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those aren't just stories, right? Legends? That's what everyone has kept telling me. So why? And I immediately rushed to my study table and searched for my phone. My hand, cold from dread, clings tightly to it as soon as I touch its edges. A piece of folded paper, the letter lying unassumingly beside it, slips to the floor when I pick up the device. Okay, what's new? Oh, yeah, hey, we talked about her cat. But I pay it no mind. There are more important things. Right now. Right now. I need to call her. I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not too long ago, and she was okay. No. It isn't Rose. I'm sure of it. There is another Rose, Pamela Cooper, who works in real estate somewhere else. I just talked to her and a sob escapes me and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighted by the very same guilt I refuse to admit I've been carrying from the start. The same one I've been hiding from. The same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's number on my contacts list. How weird would that be if they had like a live stream going on of like the crime scene? And like, she sees Rose's phone like ring lights up on the nightstand, and a police officer picks it up and it immediately hangs up. That would be Sadly amusing. She'll pick it up, tell me to turn down the waterworks, and call me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Again and again I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose. Don't do this to me. Please pick up. I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxborn in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
Why does that sound familiar? The TV runs loudly in the background, the deafening static sounds from my phone's speakers. But in my ears, I can only hear the screams, her pleas, her whispers, help me. Sorry, I really skipped through that a little too soon. We are not safe. October 24th, Monday. A buzzing sensation jolts me awake. My body wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. But it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly, I become aware of how awkward my position is, and the aches that accompany sleeping in a curled-up position the night before. If I even slept at all, the memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it out loud. Instead, the words weigh heavier on me each time. I can honestly say it did not help me. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. Should have. The notification light on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly, when I look at it as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. It'll be Rose's last message to her. I check it, nevertheless, out of habit more than anything. Strict attendance required today to all BRC employees. In light of the recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy, and policies will all be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to bring a copy of their own attendance logs and sales reports for the last 6 months to be submitted to your respective managers for a review. We are expecting everyone's cooperation. Thank you, Joanne Alice, Schultz, BRC, HR Manager. If this was one of those typical days, I'd happily comply and get myself to our office. Today, my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other, the place in itself is a stark reminder of my own fear, what my own fears have cost me. I should just... You know, it says mandatory. She might as well go to work and see how everyone's reaction is. Moping won't get me anywhere. This is just like one of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile no matter how bad things get and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter I dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I put it back up. I pick it back up and shove it into my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. And this provides an opportunity to show even more people the letter. If you could show everyone the letter, as many people, I mean thousands, hopefully, probably just like dozens, but maybe hundreds or thousands, then maybe, you know, it'll just be like a normal, busy city, crowded city with a normal number of people dying. Which, it'll be normal if you're from Chicago, right? This too, I'll deal with. Somehow, I'll find a way and make things right. I have to, before it takes more people from me. even if I must do it on my own. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling, as if Rose never existed, as if nothing had ever happened to her. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Briar Realty Corporation. Except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present has already heard about Rose, and they're already getting their resumes prepared to take her position. If they missed last night's report, they'd likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving me a wide berth, as though the mere mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me, as if they already know that you are the result of her death. It's appreciated, but it only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it is about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague, but more than likely trying to figure out how to replace her. Oddly, I'd appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed.
Until she's replaced.
There's no date for a funeral yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors.
Sorry, excuse me.
By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff?
Who are probably also murdered.
None? HR, you know what to do.
Replace him.
Santos, a word? In my office?
She's gonna get a promotion. At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights papers, and have been promised an ample compensation for my efforts. I think he's just expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to anyway, if I want to forget. Whoa, what's going on? Employee of the month. Time flies. When you do, and by the time I give notice, it's already late. Employee of the month if everyone else is dropping like flies because they're getting murdered by an apparition. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that.
The Luxbourne Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
The radio blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Those are all BRC employees. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. A loud tapping my fingers against the keys fills the office for the better part of my shift as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and lists of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right? Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of staff, they may have a lot of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they're also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Oh my god. Then the letter. No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in the fraction of a moment. Those people, Rose, the letter.
I need to... No, if it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? If I have proof, then maybe. I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but maybe there's still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that'll be useful. I grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should. The noise cuts sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pen into my bag. So I'm gonna guess the printer is printing out a thing that's gonna be a copy of like the letter.
Hello? Anyone there?
Someone must have let the printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn it off, another person is certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. Most of the time, it's Rose who does the nagging, but the clicking of my pen in my hand is a welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride my feet takes also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I have lost sight of the janitor minutes ago, and with me being the only one left, the tapping of my feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, 5 pages are already strewn about on the ground, the paper tray having also been left ajar, and it's 5 pages for the 5 people, right? Sighing, I pick each of it up to put someplace proper, but the page that greets me next makes my blood run cold. The chill that makes its way up my spine is as numbing as that day in the attic. The sheets crinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it rasps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself, take the first steps out of here, total darkness suddenly envelopes me. Oh my god. And as if hearing every horrid thought running through my mind, running inside my head right now, something snaps. Soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness that has descended in the room. I think someone needs a lozenge or maybe, some water. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. Yet, my own traitorous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. It's her. Standing in the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know its same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic. I take a step back. The pen I'm holding slips from my hand, and oh, her entire head turns. Just a little too weird, girl. A little too weird. A scream almost escapes my mouth, and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. My heart is pounding hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and the telltale squelch of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. Someone, please save me! Anyone! I close my eyes, muttering a continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please, please, don't let her hear me! Oh, jeez, what? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Nope. Oh, this is not gonna... Nope. We're dead. Necrotic paralysis. Oh, Isabella's dead. I'm sorry.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Final words. When the last lines of my prayer have left me, all that remains is a hush. None of her footsteps, nor those chilling sounds she makes. Only silence. Is it safe? Another second passes, and when nothing comes... It's what? The prayer backwards, isn't it? What? Oh my god! I'm sorry, Isabella. Okay, I gotta... You can do it. Oh! Nope, I can't do it.
Our Father,
No,
give us this day our
just-
daily bread.
Okay. Okay. What relationship status update did we actually get? Nothing. Okay. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this. Okay, I need to go a little faster. Oh. Nope. Nope. Well, this is gonna take quite some time. Because I'm terrible at this. No, come on. Oh. No. Oh my god. Okay. Finally. Just to get that to go away. The seconds, minutes stretch out before me agonizingly. Is she gone? Slowly I open my eyes to take a peek. Oh jeez. I don't dare move or make a noise. In the face of such terror, I can only beg, let out silent pleas to whoever is out there. Please, please don't let her notice. I want to live. Oh, come on. Well, I guess we're playing as Hannah now. Okay, well, next time, I guess we'll figure out what's going on with Hannah, right?